Hey, Samyakige here. Today's stream might sound a little bit different. This time there's no background music the entire stream. Um, New mic setup and a new mic on the way. And we're just gonna see if this sounds better in the VOD. In the last episode, we went to the forest, fought the Renamon waifu, or we're going to fight the Renamon waifu, found out that they were cannibals, beat up a mother instead. Lots of weird stuff happened. A big guy followed me home. In this episode, I think we're going straight to the pirates. And while I'm pretty sure we come back to Tian's Landing, we should go way far away from there before the end of the stream. No guarantee how long this one will last. It could just be 2 hours, it could be 3, who knows. But if you tune in at any point or watching the VOD when you hear this, thank you. Anyway, I'm just gonna get right to it. Right, let's see here. I think we bought everything we need to buy. Oh, and we're like 20-something in here. Like, not in this game, but in general. And I just now put a note that says, desktop audio up.
Are you getting slow in your old age, Jian?
Okay, there's no way she's ready for me, but I'll ask.
Always a pleasure to talk to another warrior. My game of Yi with Jian can wait a moment. What can I do for you? Yes, I know. It is good that you have come to me. You deserve to learn to control the earth, but you must also learn that the stone can never truly be controlled. It is the only way you will learn the true secrets of Stone Immortal. I will not force you into this decision.
Still think these two styles are swapped as far as morality goes, but whatever. Oh, never mind. I think I qualify to learn it.
Good. This will not be an easy test, but I suspect you are ready for it.
Hey, we're starting with something neat.
Legendary strike. Yeah. Ice shard. Spirit thief. Ice shard.
Okay. Nope. Nope.
Focus. Legendary strike. Ice shard. Legendary strike. Focus.
Well done. Very few can withstand Stone Immortal. Only those who understand the world around them, in fact. You understand your place, and yet you are not afraid to use your strength when it is required. That will serve you well in this lifetime. And...
This is like when someone speaks Japanese for like 30 straight seconds and the subtitle says, okay.
as I said, that will serve you well.
I'm big. Are there any other tasks?
None. You walk the high path, and you are a skilled warrior. That is enough for me. Don't mind him. Men become temperamental at his age. Here, let me teach you to coax the earth to do your bidding. Only your connection to the world and your understanding of your place will convince them.
Yes.
There, you have it. It was an honor to teach what I could. I am not the instructor Master Jian was, but his lessons would not have suited your temperament.
Uh-oh. Hold on, what's her voice?
My path. The earth only serves those who know their place among all things.
Close enough. Enough of this, my audio file is missing. I would say the game is concluded. Neat.
Indeed. Shall we meet again next year, Jiang?
No, I'll be dead.
You have made that proclamation every year for 2 decades. Those teeth must be frightfully long by now. How ever do you open your mouth anymore? Until next year, you old goat.
You've gained Stone Immortal. Now you too can have a thing which is very similar to ice. My god. Ice shard. Stone Immortal. That's it. Alright. Is there any reason not to leave? Not that I know of. Not Biggie Smalls. Okay, we gotta go find Ruru. He's gonna give us a quick ferry ride. 20-minute adventure. No big deal. Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Hold on. Be on the map. On the map, on the map, on the map. Dang it. Officer, I swear I know where I'm going. This is a great use of a life-saving mechanic. Alright. Fisherman. Okay, we about to get into a fight. Where is Ruru? Bro, don't leave me hanging. Is that... That's not him. Like, I'm looking for a bear belly. I know it's around here. Oh, he's way over there. Just a small town girl. Living in the world. Damn it.
These gates are shielded and will never open.
You're not my real dad. Then am I backwards? Something is backwards. Oh, wait, no, I have to go there. I could not have locked myself out of it. Well, folks, we get to learn. Watch me learn the hard way. Because I have no idea where I'm going. Already talked to this dude 1,000,000 times.
Hello, hello. Don't think I'm ungrateful.
Nope. Later. Well, if that's not the way... I see 2 paths. Surely, there is a way to get to the other one. I can't take the high road. Oh, wait, I'm blind. Right. Do you know where sailors hang out? Hold up, can I get this guy $1?
Everything I am, I owe to the Emperor.
That's the spirit. Let's see. You look extremely suspicious. You look suspicious.
Hello there, stranger.
No.
The last time I was talking to the town's illustrious leader, he mentioned a young hero who had closed the dam on behalf of the mighty Minister Shang. Good work. Regardless, it's good to meet you. I'm Darting Lynx, the acrobat. Unfortunately, I'm not putting any shows on in Tian's Landing, if that's why you're here.
I mean, she's an acrobat, but okay.
You know, feats of balance and precision, delicate routines to shock and amaze. Whatever brings some silver, really. I travel around the countryside putting on acts and sometimes teaching people a few tricks. Hey, now that I think of it, you're a warrior, right?
Won't keep it away.
I may not be putting on any shows here, but I could teach you a few techniques to improve your balance and speed if you're interested.
I once met a crazy Italian man who told me the sun was full of kung fu.
I'd be happy to. I'll be leaving Tian's Landing someday soon, and silver always helps the trip go smoother. Let's see what I can teach you.
Money, 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 money. Good God. Well, there's the only just positive purchases. And it's expensive. Sure. Just don't want me to have health. What are my stats? Okay, it doesn't really make much of a difference at their level. But this was still nice. Alright, just gotta find Rue, and there he is. Later. Not today.
There you are! I confess that when I got down here, I wasn't sure I actually met you. Too much wine in me. I thought you might have been a dream, but here you are.
Funny you should
I
mention
can
that.
take you to the pirates if you still want to go. It'll be an easy trip. The river's quite tame again since you closed the dam. No danger at all. Until you meet the pirates.
Dun dun. You know what? No more questions.
I'll take you. And if the pirates slit your throat and dump your body in the river, I'll bring you back to town for a nice burial. If they leave your body on land, you're out of luck.
I guess I'll have to trust you, but I really don't like boats. Or the water.
Actually, I should bring... Oh, I should have brought Don with me. No, I shouldn't have. No.
I can take you no farther. Be wary in this place. Pirates everywhere. If any pirates come by and try to take my barge, I'll...
I don't think dialogue really changes that much with different characters. Do I want to bring her? She has nothing to add to this part. Like, she's really good in combat. Okay, we only have one. Let's do it right, let's do it right, let's do it right. Now that I know exactly where he is. Alright. We're gonna run all the way back. You can go make a sandwich. Or, you know, take an idle meeting or something. I'm gonna go pick up Tien. Because we've already killed Gal, the Lesser, so Dawn's not necessarily part of this. Though I tended to keep her with me, for obvious reasons. Tien I usually just leave laying around somewhere. Like, let him go find a child zoo or something. See here. Why are you called the Sweet? Excuse me, I'm Dragonborn. Let's see here. When you know where you're going, this is actually a fairly small area.
Are we certain there is no room for us to stay in Tien's Landing? Do we really need to camp outside?
Yes. I don't know why.
The ground is soft enough for a warrior. Walls just get in the way when a fighting starts. Besides, I've yet to find a bed that fits me.
Not everyone has a hide as thick as yours.
Don't know if the flirting options really... It comes off as pedantic here. I'll make sure you get extra blankets. You know what? I know this is a 50-50. This is the she gets mad or you get laid thing. We're going for the first one.
I know. I don't want to impose on anyone.
Haha, if you change your mind, let me know. Few people can impose on people as well as I can.
I have reason to think that I need to bring this dude. We can go through their lore later or some shit. Uh-oh.
You have attracted a very odd minion in that girl Wildflower. I sense great conflict in that one. Tread lightly.
Oh, I know what's coming.
Sagacious Sue, could that be actual concern in your voice?
It would be a great inconvenience if we were all suddenly slaughtered. Now, what do you need of me?
Need your pecs.
Good.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Now I'm a little confused.
I am honored that you have chosen.
Let's keep things simple.
Oh
if
my
someone
God.
gets in our way, remove them.
Wait, could I have changed at any time? Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's run a town. Thunder, rain, and lightning. Okay. I don't remember it being this easy.
Time to bloody my axe.
Are you kidding me?
Ready to serve.
Super convenient. Also, I know this should work.
Ah, excellent. I have many items just waiting for you.
I can't afford that at all. Leaping Tiger is really cool. But I do like, you know, I was gonna call it Foot Party. Kiki style? The legendary style? Okay, that was worth coming back just to have Zoo be like, you better watch out for that girl. She's got the madness in her. If you don't know what she's got in her, it's pretty interesting. It is like elbow deep up my alley. Come on, come on. Ooh, I need to return to the pirates.
Oh, I'll take you.
I'll take you. Take you up before I can fight you. Where the fuck are we? Zuzubin, we must go. Time for a stealth mission. I'm running here. I blend in with rocks. Behold my camouflage tattoo.
Nikno irkut fan sonwi song o fir nawas wasa ir sonwat.
What, mate?
I'm sorry. Your brothers inside made me clean up their chicken bones. I came as soon as I finished, but in my haste I tripped and fell down the stairs.
Wasa ir atanopa uno fakira ukno aku. Wono wir apa wafo er. Ukir okir wo iferk.
I think we found an
Wasa
end.
ir atanopa uno fakira ukno aku.
I'm sorry. Don't beat me. I'll get the wine and some food, yes?
Dude's got a serious butt. I need to go out here and smoke some. Hey guys, what's going on?
Trip me? Make me crawl like a dog? Yeah, this'll teach them a lesson they won't forget. Come on. Stupid rope, come on. Make them sorry they ever... Huh? Wait, don't hurt me. I was just,
Hey, you're no pirate. I remember the face of everyone I used to sail with, and I've never seen you before.
See me in your nightmares. I mean, hello. Who are you?
My name's Chung. Once I was a pirate on the river, but things were different then. We took pride in our work. We were professionals, not like these lazy, drunken louts. The younger pirates used to look up to me. Now they treat me like dirt. They treat me worse than that slave cleaning the pier. But I'm gonna get even. I'll show them.
I really like his voice actor. I better fucking kill you. Sir, this is a Wendy's?
Those drunks on the pier were supposed to unload the ship, but they're too lazy to finish the job. They left a cannon suspended above the dock, supported by this single rope.
I've worked with these guys.
One quick pull and that cannon comes crashing down, taking out the dock and anyone on it. But my old bones can't pull hard enough to loosen the knots in the rope.
I'm so immature. I really need to tug on this thing, but I'm so old. I just can't pull it so hard anymore, you know? What about the slave cleaning the dock, dude?
I got nothing against the kid, but dropping the cannon is the easiest way to wipe out everyone on the pier. Tough break for the kid, but much easier for you.
Yes.
I like fancy tricks, especially when it involves me not having to fight.
Oh, fuck off,
But
Zoo.
if you do this, that boy cleaning the pier is as dead as the rest of them.
Your friend's right about the kid, but I still think you should use the rope. Less work for you.
Look, my fist needs
Whatever you're
exercise,
gonna
and
do,
it's
do it
revving
quick.
up.
Won't be long until those pirates on the dock start wondering what's taking me so long with their wine.
Didn't eat some cheese with all this wine? They're looking right at me, I'm just letting you know. We're just gonna save. It's always important to quick save before killing NPCs. Nope.
Legendary strikes. Stone Immortal.
Whoa. What happened to the audio?
Legendary strike.
You know, it's cool. Come on. Oh, I'm debuffed, right? I like... Okay, I'm gonna be for real.
Focus.
This is irritating, but kind of funny. Like, okay, you can't halfway walk forward. You definitely can't dodge.
Focus.
My body. Shit, I was planning on using Drunken Fist so soon. Damn it, I'm just gonna block the whole damn time. There we go. I see you like to suck. Oh shit.
Spirit Thief. Legendary strike.
I still don't know how to do a harmonic combo, and no one's bothered to really make a big deal out of it. Okay, have you considered die? This is really good. I love. It's annoying, yes, but I love how long this is. Like, even Tien can. There you go.
They're dead. I don't have to sweep the dock no more. You saved me. But there's more pirates inside. Lots more. They'll catch you, and you'll be a slave like the rest of us. Or they'll kill you.
Don't worry. They won't kill me. Kill you. What? What do you know?
This whole island is crawling with pirates. They'll kill you. But they won't catch me again. I know where to hide.
Well, that was awkward. Do you know where to hide? What do you know about the pirates? They're everywhere. I know where to hide. What? You may want to leave.
Those pirates didn't seem to give you much trouble at all. Back in my day, a pirate knew how to fight, but these young ones are soft and weak.
He wasn't.
Gao ruined everything. I tried to tell them, but nobody listened. You'd think the Lotus Assassins would have been a warning. Even a pirate knows better than to get mixed up with them.
Lotus Assassin?
They showed up shortly after Gao took over, working with him and his guild. Inquisitor Lim seems to be in charge of the Lotus Assassins here.
Yeah, Lim,
Gao
totally
and Lim
know
don't
him.
get along. They both like to be in charge. Be careful if you run into Lim. There's something very wrong about him.
People keep saying that about me. It's part of the plot. Tell me about
Gao the Greater, as he
Your
calls
elbow!
himself,
Oh, God.
is the leader of the guild, a powerful crime syndicate. They never used to bother with us until Gao came to power. Gao himself came and took over our operations. He began building the flyers, and he made slaving our main activity. My own men turned on me. Now they treat me like a dog.
Well, they're dead.
A few months later, the Lotus Assassins showed up. Gao must have some kind of deal worked out with them. Whatever they're up to, it must be something big.
Are they building Godzilla? No, but really, if they suddenly had Mecha Godzilla, it would be amazing. And yes, I'm still looking at the second monitor as if chat's on it. I mean, it is, but obviously no one's ever going to talk in it. Tell me about... Excuse me, tell me about these Lotus Assassins.
They showed up shortly after Gao took over, working with him and his guild. Inquisitor Lim seems to be in charge of the Lotus Assassins here. Gao and Lim don't get along. They...
Ah, same shit.
Ask away, and I'll do my best to answer. Any enemy of Gao and the Lotus Assassins is a friend of mine.
How did you end up a servant?
Oh, I was more than just a pirate. I was captain.
Oh.
I robbed and pillaged up and down these waters, but I did things differently. We sailed the waters, not the skies.
Back in my day, we stayed on the water.
Then Gao came with his Lotus Assassins and airships, and suddenly my ideas were old-fashioned. My men turned on me, and Gao kept me around as a broken-down servant.
With sick-ass sweet hair.
I spent my life as a pirate, and look where it got me. Now I'm barely above the slaves. If you see Gao, give him a kick for me, even if he's already dead.
You spent your life as a pirate, but you didn't have enough money to retire. Even pirates don't have a living wage. Anyway, later.
Watch yourself in this place. 1 minute you're on top, and the next you're on the bottom, bowing and scraping.
Oh, those kind of women? Tell me about your girlfriend later, God. Mighty blue raspberry. Come on, Zuzu. Papa Zuzu. Okay, we're going to stealthily power walk into there. Wait, there you go, right speed. Hey guys, let's go, shit!
Stone him out. Horse Steven forward.
Horse Steven. Did I do this? Yes. God, it's so strong.
Legendary strike. Experience.
Sucky, sucky. And again.
Legendary strike.
Boop. Oh, I know about your spears. For Cyril, the audio sounds so muffled. I'm not gonna worry too much though. Watch your HP. This message brought to you by anyone with any sense.
Spirit thief.
I'm just gonna slowly drain the soul out of this man to refuel my HP.
Legendary strike.
Tian, are you kidding me? She doesn't even have a spear. Tian, really? Boop. Yep. They can't know where to block if you don't know where you're gonna jump. Boop. I didn't want your dialogue, I would just, like, leave you in the dust. The History of Flight, Volume 1. Okay, so, like, the first person to attempt flight was Cao Shong, a early scholar who... Seriously, what does CA do in transliterated Chinese? Who originally came from the prosperous East, though his ideas were creative, they were hardly sound. I'm going to say Cao. Cao Shang met an early end after he strapped several canisters of dragon powder to a bamboo chair and ignited it. Oh, this is allegedly a real thing. In the way that any Chinese history is technically real and that sort of... It was at first rumored that he'd survived the ill-fated mission, but first truly believed that anyone could survive... But few truly believed that anyone could survive such a disastrous explosion. His death, however, was not completely in vain. Several of his writings were studied by later scholars, and his ideas were adapted for the first successful human flights, which also included chairs. Who would have guessed? Behold, citrus and sunny D. Right? Just have to sneak into the backstage area of the convention. Pretend to be part of the staff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Saving game. Lisa. Time to transform into Mephisto. I was close. Oh. There's the BL. Those swords are too big. Chunky falchions. Hey, that guy over there, he did the thing.
He's freed the slaves. You'll pay for that, maggot.
Okay, you have the best eyeshadow.
Will I? If you scum have any sense at all, you'll stand aside. Let me go drive a blade through your master's throat and I'll forget I saw you.
Who are you?
Oh, certainly. We'll sit back and let you stroll upstairs to kill our leader. Would it help if we drew you a map to his room?
You gotta stop smoking so much.
Ukir aku no su'uku ni sisa ir kanto.
I wasn't serious, you idiot. We're going to kill this intruder and go back to our drinking. He's just one man. He can't beat all of us.
Look around. The odds are not so much in your favor. There's still a chance for you to run.
What are you talking about, fool?
You haven't noticed my partner over there watching us? He spent his entire lifetime learning how to kill dogs like you.
Hey, guys.
This is your last chance.
I'm on the tour.
So, the thief brought a friend. That just means you won't die alone. Attack!
Romance option. Okay, you got this, Zoo. Cool. Yeah, I might have to try that leapy thing. I still feel like I don't have enough reach. Your thief has a longer range.
Legendary strike.
Boop. Let me tell you about DP. Okay, who is shocking me? Spirit Thief. Okay, we're gonna prolong this a little bit.
Legendary strike.
Oh, they got it. Jesus Christ, Zoo, your damage is so low.
How'd I know you'd be deadly in a fight? You'll have to accept my apologies for dragging you into that, but I can't afford to be stopped. Not now.
Nice.
My name is Sky. It's good to see there's someone else in this place who can't stand these slaving dogs. We make quite the pair.
I've read that as can't stand shaving dogs. It's so difficult. They squirm the whole time. Should kill you for that, but hey, how's it going?
Indeed. I find I'm just not saved enough these days. Shame that. It was obvious you weren't with the pirates. Why not deal with them quickly? There's bigger game above us.
Zoo's just not having this.
Speaking of which, there's a very secure and equally intimidating gate blocking the way. If we work together, though, it'll be simple to crack.
Why are you here?
I'm here on a personal matter. A man in this place took something very valuable from me, and I intend to repay him the favor.
With your Vegeta hairstyle? Gao the Greater.
Yes, I hunt Gao the Greater, though I will not say why. It is a personal matter.
Your virginity, I knew it.
I won't be stopped now that I'm this close, and luckily you're here. That'll make it easier to reach the upper levels where he hides himself away.
So how do we get past the door?
The door at the top of this stair is locked through a fairly ingenious mechanism. Gao's engineer, Kang the Mad, designed it for security.
It's a very complicated passcode. You have to repeat it backwards in a foreign language, but specifically in the same grammar as the language they're speaking. How does it work?
Kang the Mad is a crafty fellow. The door requires 2 to unlock it. Up high there is a platform with a release lever. The door must be operated while the lever is held forward. There used to be a sentry up there who handled that kind of thing, but he had an accident.
Yeah, I'd like to direct everyone's attention to... Is my mouse on the screen? No. If you look right next to the main character's face, you notice 2 stockades, sort of. They're very close to a wall. Like, you basically, if you're in them, your head's pushing up against rock. It is very questionable what those are for in that location. Because the only thing it does is keep the backside of you available for the room.
I can climb up and pull the lever easily enough. You can open the door when it's unlocked.
Wait, whoa, look at the left side. Who leaves human remains just hanging out in the room? Do you know how much that smells? I mean, I guess I don't, probably. But, like, no. Like, even a dead rat will, like, stink up a room. No. Unless they're eating these humans. That's really fucking weird. What's on the other side of the door?
My best guess would be guards willing to die for their master. You shouldn't have too much trouble helping them reach that goal.
My fist is here to send you to your maker.
Once the door is open, we can go our separate ways. I have my goals, and I'm sure you have yours. Since we both have much to do, why don't I go unlock the door now?
Why don't we work together?
As much as I would value your company, I'm afraid I must decline. I've come here to do something for myself, and I must do it alone.
Dude. Stockades are right over there. We won't watch.
I should go now, but I have to ask in case we never meet again. Where did you study?
Your mom's house. Place where I learned to mind my own damn business. That's such a shitty thing to say. Also, the new mic setup is making it so the cam can't tell that I'm leaning my head back. That's sad.
I trained under Master Li.
He must have been a genius. You fight like no one I've seen before.
I learned it from a random dude in the woods. He was just selling it. What's so strange about the way I fight? God, that's a lot of dead bodies. Like, seriously, who's been, like, demeating them?
No one I've ever met fights like you do. It's subtle, but your movements bait your foes into seeing an opening that isn't there. It's like a clever trap.
Now that is a huge, huge plot point, by the way. Also, considering how badly I play, it's not a trap, I'm just really bad.
I'm sorry, I'm wasting time neither of us can spare. I'll get ready and pull the lever when you're near the door. Good luck with whatever brought you to this place.
I plan on fisting Gao.
Nara ir fonir wonu kana wa ofa ir kana wa wonu.
My eyes just won't focus. She's so shiny. Do you remember my ass? What?
Ukir neko sise sayer wosayer nifuyer.
Well, that sucks. Where's all the audio? They took my Fia, my daughter. They took her up to the upper levels. I can't live without her. Please, you have to find her.
I might help you if the price is right.
No.
Akwakwak wo sosonia sonok fonia sisayer nawakok.
This honestly should have been a much, much, much worse part of the game as far as gore and horror goes. One, why are there so many dead bodies in here? Like, let's count. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, just skulls. 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that's 34. 35, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I give up. I mean, there's like 60, 70 different dead bodies dropped in this room. Like, first of all, it would just be a swarm of larvae that you could just ride the town. Second of all, why would you do that? Throw them in the ocean.
The upside down yiff.
Hey guys! Oh shit!
Horse demon.
Horse demon.
Spirit.
Oh no!
Stone immortal.
Boop.
Legendary strike.
Hey, that actually worked. Not sure why it still sounds so cam, but hey, it's just the combat. Damn it. You, sir, forgot your beating. He ends at least being nice enough to continue supplying him a one. I couldn't remember his name. I was like, I should have brought Black Eyed Peas. Why are there monkeys? Who allowed this? Now they're having a meeting, oblivious to all the beatings going on downstairs. A hologram!
Mistress, I am almost ready to return to the Imperial City. Another day, and I will bring you the amulet fragment.
I lose confidence in you with each passing hour, Lim. You should have been back by now. Why haven't you ordered Gao to grant you one of his flyers?
Mistress, Gao's ships are only small flyers. They're good for short-range flights and raiding villages, but not for long journeys. That's why I haven't returned yet.
Don't try to pin your failings on me, Lim. I've delivered everything I promised. It's only a matter of time until I finish the special dragonfly to transport the artifact to the Imperial City.
Until you finish? I designed that dragonfly. I built it, not Gao. That dragonfly is Kang's masterpiece.
Wait, I forgot his name was Kang.
The mad fool.
Give him smack my head.
Rumors of a spy disrupting our operations in the South Lim. Maybe this is all too much for you to handle. Perhaps I should come out there personally.
Please, Mom, don't do it.
That will not be necessary, Mistress. I will deal with the troublemaker here and return to the Imperial City in one day.
What do they do to make them all so veiny?
You heard Mistress Jia. I can't waste any more time here. Get that flyer finished now.
Gia is not my mistress, Lim, and I don't take orders from you either. Remember, if not for my son, you would never have discovered where the glorious strategist was hiding.
Was a Wendy's parking lot.
I am well aware of your son's role in all this, Gao. In fact, I suspect I know more about him than you do.
What are you talking about? Have you heard something about young Gao? Tell me!
Of course, Gao. I was just waiting for the perfect time to tell you. I received a report from the destruction of 2 rivers. Your son, Gao the Lesser, is dead.
Like...
No! This can't be! You lie!
I mean...
I speak the truth.
Why
It
is it
seems
unbelievable?
your son was no match for one of the other students. From the condition of his body, it sounds like he died quite painfully.
I mean, yeah.
No! Young Gao was everything to me. Damn you and your black heart, Lim. Damn you!
I'll have to make another.
I want to be alone. I must grieve for my son. No one is to disturb me. No one.
If I can get to the Imperial City fast enough, I can give the amulet fragment to Death's Hand himself. Then Grand Inquisitor Jia may be in for a surprise. We shall see. You may have your workshop back, Mad One. I suspect Gao will be preoccupied for some time, so I'm in charge now. I suggest you finish your dragonfly today.
Okay. I like Kang.
Interruptions. Who designed that dragonfly? Did you build something to make his sandals explode?
He is just altogether an interesting person. So anyway, I started punching him, and he was like, "Hey, wait." Was he? Okay, there he is. I'm like, was he standing right there? I'm going to put this giant dildo. Bro, you almost hit me.
Focus.
Jesus Christ, dude, get your ass in here.
Horse demon forward.
Horse demon. 2 can play that game. Boop. Damn it.
Legendary strike.
I'm a little confused on how you block effectively, considering you keep getting animation locked.
Spirit thief.
Boop. Just gonna keep smacking him until I don't need to anymore.
Legendary strike.
Really? Zoo.
Focus.
Fine.
You handled the guards well with your punching and kicking. I was going to make more of an explodey thing, but kicking worked well too.
It was mostly kicking.
I am Kang, the Mad. I make things explode, and I make things fly, and I'm very good at both. The things I fly tend to survive. The things I explode, not so much.
Van Buren himself. What else can you do?
What else can I do? Actually, not all that much. I mean, I can bolt any 2 things together and maybe a forest burns down, but flight is where I shine. My greatest invention is in the launch room upstairs. Light and fast, she has weapons and capacity no other flyer does. The marvelous Dragonfly.
You're being awfully helpful to a stranger.
I am not Kang the Stupid. Eventually, Gao is going to see me as more nuisance than asset. Plus, he took my amber mosquitoes and ruined them through duplication.
Aww.
He doesn't understand that multiples diminish the glory of any creation, weakening them all. The marvelous dragonfly deserves better. I'll take my chances with you.
Yay. Is your hat just your own hair?
Under protest, Gao does not appreciate what I make. He misuses, and worse, he duplicates and diminishes their glory. Well, no more. The dragonfly will not function. Gao wants to give my machine to the Lotus Assassins, but I stopped him. I hid the extraneous dust inductor where no one will find it. Try to fly without that.
Wait, but it's extraneous.
But they can make a new inductor. It is extraneous after all.
So,
a few days ago, I blew up the inscrutable power source. Now the dragonfly can only make short hops.
We were just talking about my girlfriend earlier. I've somehow stolen the first dude's girlfriend that he didn't mention in the first place. This plot is getting deeper. You help me? I have to go. Will you help me?
Yes, of course. What do you think I've been saying? You need to listen more carefully.
Can't hear of your eyes.
If you stage a combat-related accident for Gao, like falling down a flight of punches, I'll replace the inductor on the dragonfly, and we can fly away. What do you say?
He fell down a flight of punches. Sorry, he tripped. He tripped several times in a row on the bottom of my shoe. That doesn't make any sense. I do what I want, then take what I want. Don't tell my mom. Okay.
You are sure to profit from this partnership. In fact, I've never accidentally exploded anyone traveling with me, so that alone is a benefit of my presence.
Yes.
Anyway, you go ahead, and once all the kicking is done, I'll come along and we'll see what's what. For now, let me think. We'll need explosives that explode.
My God. A master of tautology. It's master tautology itself. Later.
Yes, goodbye. Go and leave me to think.
It must be nice to be able to think. I'm only able to plan ahead for about 5 seconds. Where am I? Here. Is there not? Ooh. Why does that exist? Also, is there not anything to heal with? Oh, hell the fuck no. We are heading backwards, and we're gonna go find someplace to heal, because holy shit. Also, well, I wanted to see his dialogue. It's not really going anywhere.
Time to bloody my axes.
Big boy. Here we go. It's still nearby. I pray to the blue raspberry flavor in all things. Alright, we just have to head up there, beat our way past some henchmen, probably kill Lim. We're gonna go out on a limb. We're gonna go all out on a limb. World War II went all out on them.
Legendary strike.
I don't know, I'm changing my mind.
Stone them all. Legendary strike.
Perhaps you'd like to fall down? Nope. Nope. He lived? Okay, what is taking you so long? Do I need to upgrade him? Pineapple! Oh, thank God, he did something. Okay, screw it.
Legendary strike.
Okay, that's not helping. Really wish I had the multi-target on a different button. Oh, screw that, we're going back down. I think I'm suffering from changing fighting styles, and also just being bad at the game. I can't really support Horse Lord because I haven't upgraded enough to make the mana reasonable. Come on, up the stairs. I wanna rock and roll on. You must choose only one. I choose the roll. Hey, what's in the chest? Hoping it was explosions. Uh-oh.
Please don't burn me. I'll do anything you want.
That's a lot of dead bodies again.
I'm sure you will, child. But deep inside, you think you're not a slave. Only true pain will wash away these thoughts. You can have your slaves when they're broken, not a moment before.
Help me, please.
You wandered into the wrong room, slave.
Do you not see my pets?
Legendary strike.
Nope, doors were first. Tiger Man. Calm down, Wolverine. God. Well, that was easier. I mean, stick around 5 minutes, I'll show you more.
Hey, I know you. Mother and I met you when we were trying to get out of Tien's Landing.
I'm about to... Do I even need to do it? Are you that dumb?
I don't want to be a slave. I just want to get out of this place.
I'm gonna speak in the native tongue. Does he not know what's about to happen? We killed so many people, but we're gonna let him go. Can't I at least take his shoes? Oh, I really doubt that. Ooh, y'all, don't let anyone know you're blind. Here, I'm making giant gestures.
I'm glad you're safe, Mother.
It's really hard to get contacts in ancient China. In gratitude for freeing her, Fu Yao has given the player Iron Palm Scroll. Okay, that was a stupid place to put that. You could just have to be sitting next to it. One of 3 meditation doctrines required to understand the iron palm fighting style. The aspirant must possess and study all 3 before he can do the thing. Okay, I think it's exactly the same as the previous ones. Okay, that's some bullshit. Do you know, they're just gonna bleed out. Also, you think that they go behind the bar? No, they sit in front. It's terrible, makes your back hurt. That may or may not be true. Okay, rescued the slaves, thank God. I was gonna walk right past that. Make sure we save again. 1,000,000 save files. Hey guys, what's going on?
Did you see Gao when he went by? There was fire in his eyes.
That was tears, bro.
There's always fire in his eyes. Dark magic burns inside him.
Hey, it's my dad.
Yeah, but this time it was worse. Better stay out of his way for the next little while. Something really set him off.
Wait a minute. You there! Who are you? You can't be up here.
My fist has a free pass.
Legendary strike.
Ask your mom.
Spirit, you're too slow. Legendary strike.
Okay, the audio just got very interesting. Oh no. Why can't I reach you? Perhaps I should have brought a spear. Like we got up, it's like, oh, now I get to get my ass kicked by you. Dude, whirlwind, pick up your trash. Seriously? I meant to put you on passive. The only thing he does is tank. That's not a bad thing, though. Up in the workshop, clink, clink, clink. Saving your game because of the impending doom. Oh no. Rat babies. Hey, rat babies.
Legendary strike.
Oh, come on. I'll beat him first. For whatever reason, unless I'm mistaken, demons are always immune to magic, which is irritating. Also, I'm gonna turn down my headphones. Sorry if the audio is super loud.
Now that
Just my mouth. They just beat a room full of demons. Let's kick their asses. I mean, okay, they brought a Titan. The most realistic thing about this game is the spear is like the most common weapon here.
You're going down.
Why do I keep doing that? It's a heal thing. Okay, now you're useful. Nope, nope. Let's find out.
Spirit.
Can he be effective? Nope, he's a demon.
Legendary strike.
DP all the way. You know what? We've had enough balance. I need mana. Do I want to push this? Yes. Don't think that really... Force Demon still cost $1 million. Spirit Thief isn't going to get much better. There's no way of telling this, because this is slight, small, moderate, large, drastic. It could just still be like 15%. This we pumped about enough into. No, that's good enough. Alright. Okay, check the room, check the room. The first successful known flight was by Mad Fong, though he had successfully... Wait. Yeah, okay. That was the same one from earlier. Though he had suddenly become a scholar, he was kicked out of school for destroying one of the buildings. Based on history books, it is difficult to determine if Fong was a genius or insane. Either way, his techniques were original, and in the end, successful. Though his first several attempts were unsuccessful, he refused to give up. Despite the cost and the obvious danger to his own life, Fong persevered until he completed his first prototype flyer. The flyer didn't do much more than hop across the landscape, but it was a start. A year later, he was able to travel for nearly a mile before crashing, and unfortunately dying in the process. That's pretty close to the real world. Wait... Not yet. Funk. Smash.
I was going to try ramming that door with my head if I got bored. Oh well, let's see what's inside.
I like that guy, he's pretty cool. Inferior charm gem.
Ah, treasure, my one true love, other than wine, and killing, and so on.
Do we have to fight him? Save. Excuse me.
This area is forbidden. Only Gao himself is allowed to enter. You must be destroyed.
But friend.
Nor I you. But the power of Gao's magic compels me. He summoned me to this place and bound me to guard this chamber. The penalty for all who enter is death. I, Zhanxi, the great elephant demon, must crush you.
Oh, okay, if we're doing this.
Legendary strike.
Haha! Look into the face. Please, sir, no more.
Focus.
Punchy, punchy. Oop. Damn it. Haha! Yes! Do it again, let's do it again, let's do it again.
Legendary strike. Focus.
It's a little bit cheaty. I think we sent him back to heaven. You know, where demons come from. Apparently. Gem of the gentle mind. Mind 2, intuition 2. Ooh, that's a good... Okay. Boop. Evil thought. I've never had an evil thought, shut up. Okay, 37, 33, 30. Leaning heavily on the charm. Which is funny because my mind is the weakest stat right now. No, type with body. Just really pushing that charm. Huh. Money, 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 pocket. That's a lot of gems. I'm gonna be a gym leader. Okay, hold up. Let's check them out. Seductive power is closed fist. Ooh, you can make yourself weaker, but you can put this on anytime you're about to read a book anyway. But be honest, it's not. Gentle persuasion, gentle mind. Looks like we didn't find any. We just probably found repeats. Okay, fine. And we're good. Okay, I didn't realize I was in a area like that. Okay. Now to prove just that. Take off soft pedal, frail scholar. Wait. Oh man. Okay. Scholar, pedal. Is it a bamboo Gatling gun? Yes. I mean, use what you got. Save again, because that was a lot of loot. Wish I could play them. No looting. Alright, time to get double teamed.
Go away, Lim. My son is dead. Leave me to my grief, or I will see that you join him.
Listen to me, Gao. Your son may not be lost forever. The Lotus Assassins have power, even over the dead.
I know all about the necromancy of the Lotus Assassins. Take your false hope and go, or I'll... Wait.
Necromancy.
You dare disturb me in my grief? I said no interruptions. You will pay for... Wait. You are not one of my servants. I know you. You are one of Master Li's students. You are the one who killed my Gao.
Yes. I simply fisted him until he stopped moving. I wasn't aware he was dead. Also, my eyes are clipping. That's terrible. This is actually rough. The whole, I didn't want to kill him, he left me no choice. Well, no, you could have knocked him out.
Your words mean nothing. You're a murderer, a killer. Gao was everything to me, and now he's gone. Damn you and that school. My Gao was never good enough for Master Li. You were always his prize pupil. And now my son is...
Enough, Gao! This troublemaker has disrupted our plans from the beginning. It had to be them in the ruins, and someone aided the troublesome Lord Yun in the forest.
It is time to end your meddling.
Perhaps if I offer your head, and track down that accursed Zhu, who has been seen in the area, enough old scores will be settled to earn my life.
Oh, we are about to reload. Let's go down.
So you... Enough!
The entire reason I was going to bring him was this. Okay, you've earned your way back onto the team.
Let's keep things simple. If someone gets in our way, remove them.
Go away.
Listen to me.
I know all... You dead. You're dead.
Enough, Gao!
It is time to end...
I don't know your face, or if it might be worth anything to my masters. But you travel with the accursed Zhu, and his death may at least settle some old scores.
Oh, that changed the order.
Sagacious. Is that what you call yourself now? Hardly a worthy representation of the blood you've spilled.
You do not know me, assassin.
Perhaps, but I know what you were. Not that it matters anymore. Enough talk. I will delay your death no longer. May your fall sate the anger of Death's Hand, will of the Emperor.
Well, that was straight.
Legendary strike.
Okay, I'm going for it. Horse demon. That warning's for a reason. Backing out, backing out, backing out. Come on.
You can't keep up. Stone more. Legendary strike.
Come on. Hell no.
Spirit thief.
Nom 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 nom. You keep beating him, I'm just gonna drink his soul for a while. He's apparently a master of Kung Fu as well. A little bit strange if you think about it.
This is the end. Legendary strike. Legendary strike.
Okay, get in there, get in there. Nope. 360, no hope. He just looted some money. The amulet and unlocked two more. Two more gem slots. Oh yes. Okay. Superior Monk Gem. When did I find those? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make sure I don't have anything that gets me. Not really. Looks like they may be roughly organized by power. Maybe. Roughly. Wait, Spirit is the... Right, Spirit's the one I need for mana.
Dead already. Damn it all. I wanted nothing more than to watch this man die.
Well, you should have been here, Sky. God. Where have you been?
After I left you, I stumbled across some very interesting documents. Perhaps I spent too long poring over them, but I couldn't resist.
Pinups.
Let me explain why I'm here. That should clarify things.
In the
You saw
beginning,
with your own eyes that these pirates were collecting slaves, right?
they seem to have a large margin of body, like dead bodies. So
Gao's slaving operation found its way to my home several years ago. I was away at the time, but my daughter was there.
Right.
Those black-hearted bastards took my daughter, May. They killed her for resisting them. She was my only child. I lost her mother when May was born, but my daughter was something precious in return. The slavers offered no such consolation. It has been 3 years since I lost my daughter, and I have spent that time tracking down the men who took her. My search led me here, to the lair of Gao the Greater, His men took my daughter, and I meant to even the score. On my way up here, I stumbled across records that show that this goes beyond Gao. The Lotus Assassins are his primary buyers.
Yep, I remembered right. I think they're using them for mining. Sort of.
Is that so? There can be no doubt, then. This goes beyond Gao the Greater. I have my vengeance, but how many others have suffered as I have because of the Lotus Assassins? Do you mean to go further with this? I would join you. Only a fool would oppose the Lotus Assassins, but two fools working together stand a better chance than one.
You add 80 and 80 together, you get 160 IQ.
It'll be an honor to join you. Oh, and I stumbled across a little something on my way up here. It's probably something you need.
That's not mine. I don't know what you're talking about. What is it? I've never used one of these.
Hey! That's the dust inductor I was hiding. The dragonfly
His
can't
hair's
fly
gray now.
without it. It was under the floorboards in my workshop last I looked. Well, next time I hide something, I'm packing explosives around it. Yes, explosives shaped like silver bananas. Stops thieves, monkeys, and monkey thieves in one fell swoop. Yeah.
In my mind, you stand the best chance of facing down Gao's masters. We also have a far greater chance of succeeding together rather than apart.
Yes. Duh.
He's full of himself, but he's talented enough to be useful. Besides, his solutions seem more practical than others our little group might offer.
If you are planning to take on the servants of Death's Hand, you'll need all the help you can get.
You know what, giant gorilla? I'll be watching you. If you know what I mean.
I assure you, I will be as devoted and capable as any of your other companions.
Do I need to tell you what Dawn does?
Ha! If I could harness all that hot air, I could make a furnace
I'm making
to
a
power
pass
the
here.
whole of the Imperial City. Well, if you're done with all the talking, I have to go make the dragonfly ready for some flying.
If it wasn't obvious, by default, your character's bisexual in this. Like, the option hasn't come up yet, but that's what I'm joking about every time. Zither case. Fuck you, bonsai! For a moment I was focused, but no longer. I wanted to pull the lever. Wait, how is that lever connected? Bro, that's is it magical? Because mechanically you would have to go all the way down to the ground, and then through the ocean, and then back up.
You've done well so far. You seem to have everything you need to get that dragonfly up into the skies again. But this quest is far from over.
Thank you, Tian Shinhan.
Let's go back to the camp at Tian's Landing. The dragonfly can take us to the Imperial City. That's where the Lotus Assassin must have taken your master.
Must they have? Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey! Ha ha! Much kicking and such. It really gets the blood flowing. And explosions. Lots of blood flowing from those too. I replaced the dust inductor. The marvelous dragonfly will cross the sky at your whim for a short way. The heavens welcome my machines, but not without considerable cajoling. If you want to fly more than a short distance, I will need an inscrutable power source.
I mean, you mean this one in my hand?
What wonders cling to you, my friend?
She
There
has
were
a name.
only 2 in this whole region, and I destroyed one so Inquisitor Lim would not make off with my marvelous dragonfly.
Do we
The
have
other
plaid
was with
socks?
the Lotus Assassins, but the fools only used it for demolition. Now, here you stand with it. I will put it in the dragonfly, and it will be ready to go.
I'm enjoying, like, the 4 pixels on these pictures.
Not the ideal placement. If it shook more, the heavens might think we were afraid and take pity. This is more stable, but not as fun. Okay, she's ready to go. Hop on. I know a nice safe landing place just outside Tien's Landing. Very unlikely we'll crash. Don't worry about that. When the marvelous dragonfly takes off, the earth shakes and the sky trembles. You can't miss it.
Or can you?
Your friend will see us take off, and he'll head back to town on his own.
Okay, let's leave. Think? Yeah, I can't imagine there's anything I missed.
Ha ha! Everybody on board! The marvelous dragonfly is about to take flight!
Neat. Let's do it. Yes. Just like the Wright brothers intended. There's a lot of, like, over sea level mountains in the ocean. Like, where is that? It looks like Indonesia. Use the mouse button or button 8. Use button 3 when you destroy the world. How do I change these now? Can I change these now? Yeah, spam button. Become unstoppable. Killing enemies build up your chi. Chia. You need chi to use upgrades. Oh, thank you. Ikaruga. Just do not have the speed. I should set up an auto clicker for this. I can push Q on the keyboard. Come out. Later missions are a lot harder. Still have to think this is a training. Rolling coal in the stratosphere. And then there's small. Yes, these trees, they contain all of the graphics. That's cool. I know the perfect place. You mean that yard?
This new flyer seems nicer than the one we took from Gal the Lesser. Although, I'm really only judging by how shiny it is. A poor guess, I'm sure.
It has multiple extra, like,
No.
things.
The marvelous dragonfly is superior to the amber mosquitoes I foisted on Gao. And actually, the shinier the better. The heavens like their glory reflected. A shame I can't leave it on the ground for all to see, but I'm not going through all this just to have it stripped to the frame by local brats. I'll call it back if we need it.
How?
Well, it's much like the dilemma of the centipede. If he relaxes and lets things happen, he can walk naturally all day long, his 100 legs not missing a step. But if he thinks too hard about the complexity of what he's doing, those legs might crash into the tea house and kill everyone. A valuable lesson.
What? Neat.
Now we have everything we need to follow Master Li's captors to the Imperial City. I am eager to do so after all the resistance we have encountered.
Hello, I am ready to flirt with you.
Our time in the forest was very troubling to me. To see such distance between the concerns of men and spirits is something I am still getting used to.
It's a bureaucracy.
I have been sensitive to these things for as long as I can remember, but it was not always such a disturbing talent. There used to be harmony.
I have yet to see her sense anything that I don't see. Why would you ask? Fine.
Be serious. This worries me. The world seems to be filling up with wayward spirits. That it affected the forest shadow is very disturbing. It makes me wonder how deep the trouble goes, and what mortals like us are supposed to do about it. What do you think? Master Lee thought you were tied to this somehow. Can you comfort me?
Not in front of all these guys. Oh, this seems weird. Comfort yourself.
Your appreciation is just what I was looking for, and I am grateful. I know we will do what we can, even if the world moves in ways we cannot fathom.
Moves very quickly in a circle.
I am glad we can talk like this. It soothes my mind. I hope we can continue another time.
Right?
Be well, my friend.
Be well. Okay, what Sky's bullshit?
Something's on your mind? Of course, I was just thinking about things. Gao richly deserved his death, but I'm not sure I ever really expected it to happen. I feel fine, but determined. Our work isn't done, but we've taken a small step by removing that stain upon the Empire's honor.
I mean, I have to ask, but it's fairly obvious what happened. He just mentioned the name.
Gao's slavers took my daughter, Pin-May, and I was able to follow them. Fortunately, they didn't cover their tracks.
They don't.
I chased them down, trying to reach her. I was too late. Pin-May was spirited, and I'm sure she fought them. I believe they decided she was too much trouble and killed her. 5 years old, and they ran her through. I found her dead by the roadside and stopped my pursuit. By the time I cared to continue my chase, the slavers were long gone. It's fine. Thank you for your concern, but for the most part, I've come to terms with her death. But why dwell on this? Gao is dead, and perhaps Pin-May has found some peace. That's what really matters. That and what we still have to accomplish.
She's probably still wandering around, considering the plot of this game.
You're right, but we have to pick our time, and now isn't it. We can talk about this later.
All right.
When you say the word, we're ready to leave. I'm looking forward to seeing the Imperial City again. I appreciated the hectic pace when I was there. When we reach the Imperial City, we'll have a whole host of new problems. You have to love a challenge.
Maybe.
Oh.
Alright, I don't need zoo on my ass. The lips! You keep the demon with me. He has interesting stories that we'll find out about later. Wonder if that symbol means I'm supposed to ask her something.
About me? What do you want to know? You want to talk to him, don't you? The Guardian?
She's technically probably almost 30 years old. Talking about you.
I don't really know what to say.
She's set in the mine for 20 years.
I just go where the Guardian tells me to go, where we're needed. I trust him. He won't let them hurt me.
You have been knocked unconscious quite a few times.
I He's always been there, inside me. Together. I follow him wherever he takes me, wherever we're needed.
Unless she's just using the same model, but I really, really doubt it, considering her issue with water.
Now we're needed here, with you. You're the last, he said, so we have to protect you, to make sure balance is restored. You hold the amulet and can use it, unlike... Oh, he says I've already said too much. He doesn't like me talking about him while he's busy. Maybe we can talk again sometime? But for now, not about that. Is there anything... Oh?
He says you're the last. Oh no, I said too much. I literally knew that since I left. He says you're the only one who can use it. I was told that before I left. He's always just standing there, looking at SCP. Okay, we're gonna go ask Mayor Shang for some sort of reward, I think. There they are. Hey y'all.
Konio kioia kawaia wo kawaia watita osia kwanif nipawia.
Okay. Look, I appreciate gratitude, but not in front of your daughter.
I never thought I'd be glad to be back here, but I am.
Yes, Minister Shang is properly grateful that you were able to free the peasants. You truly are a great hero, and so on and so forth. More importantly, you destroyed the pirates who plagued Minister Shang's administration of this town. Here is your reward.
Owo sun so anawa kawaras tata safayet.
Sure, why not? And level up again. Neat. Just gonna keep pushing mana. Allegedly, they really are speaking some Chinese dialect, but, well, I don't know enough about Chinese to know. It just doesn't sound right. Oh man, did I just spend all those points and then find out I could afford... Yes.
Ah, excellent. I have many items just waiting for you.
Leaping Tiger. Right, we'll come back to it later. I think Leaping Tiger might help me with the whole can't reach problem. There's no way he has anything left for me to do.
Hello. Don't think I'm ungrateful. But
Nope. Okay, I think we're done here. And if I'm not, that sucks, but too bad. Alright. That was weird. We're gonna head to the Imperial City now, which is a bit of a change. Suppose I should pick a follower who makes sense.
I am honored that you have chosen me.
So, Dawnstar.
That's it! You have everything you need. Just let me know when you want to go, and we'll set the marvelous dragonfly to flight.
Yeah, it should be it. Let's go.
Good. My beautiful dragonfly will finally get a real test. Let's hope those modifications hold up.
Oh no. Attack! That's so close to the ground. That is so on that thing. Come on, come on. There we go.
That's it! We have to get out of the fight! You're scuffing the finish!
Your face is scuffing. Oh, do it again. Come on, come on. Ah, there it is. Okay. This power up. I thought it was just gonna be a missile swarm, but apparently not. Cool, cool. Make it through, make it through. I guess they're air mines. Barely makes any sense, but whatever. Ah yes, 2D motion while in air. Woo! Alright, now for the city, which is a lot smaller than you might expect. Did he know the land there?
Have you seen anyone matching the description? The Lotus Assassins are getting impatient.
They were very vague and wouldn't answer my questions. Are they even sure of who they are looking for?
Does it matter? Death's Hand himself seeks this one. Do you need any more incentive than that? Just question everyone. This person apparently caused a lot of damage in the south. Here, what about this one? At least it's a man, like they said.
No, I'm a man.
You, identify yourself.
Hey.
By order of the Emperor and the Lotus Assassins, state your name and purpose for being in the Imperial City.
I'm here to take ass and shoot. Wait. I am Fist Lord. A simple traveler.
We are questioning everyone who has arrived in the city recently. You bear a resemblance to someone we are looking for.
I didn't realize you were looking for someone so handsome.
I don't know. He is tattooed in a similar way. The clothes could be the same. It's not enough to be sure.
We could hold him anyway. It's not a good match, but the Lotus Assassins would leave us be for a few days while they question him.
Is there a problem here, Captain? Well, is there?
You didn't have to do that. I knew it was her.
No, Princess Leanne. We were questioning this traveler by order of the Lotus Assassins.
I like her English from Chinese to like Southern
there is no need
that
to
quick.
pursue this questioning any further. You may go.
No, Leanne, I ain't doing
My
nothing.
apologies, Princess, but I was ordered to detain anyone even vaguely matching.
Captain, this man is here on a personal matter of mine that does not concern you. Do I make myself clear?
Use protection.
Yes, Princess Leanne.
Then unless you wish to be transferred to the wall, you will leave and continue your search. Well, we meet again. I've watched your progress. It seems I underestimated you in Tian's Landing. I have no doubt that you will make as much of an impact on the Imperial City.
Open up a dam. Where did I close the dam? I'm not sure how to address you. Also, nice midriff, I guess.
I understand. Our last meeting was under interesting circumstances. You may address me as Princess Leanne, the Heavenly Lily.
Why?
It is, as you can see, customary to bow in my presence.
Every one of your attendants has cleavage, and you have a top? Like a... What do you even call that? A thing that goes from, like, neck to midriff and then stops? They're cool, but it's like... I don't bow.
Somehow I did not expect you to kowtow so quickly. Or maybe I just hoped you wouldn't. I get so tired of fawning servants.
I just wanted to stare
That is
directly
why
at
I often travel without official escort, and occasionally present myself as someone less bridled by the rules of the court.
You were rude the whole time?
You understand why I don't go into detail here in the street, don't you? With what I have to tell you, I don't want to lose that option of disguise.
Just be nice.
That would be best. I trust the servants I keep, but this is best discussed away from the open street. I will not speak the location aloud. Take this note. We will meet nearby, but I must have a moment to acquire more fitting attire.
Seriously, that one outfit has the most padding. Such a scandal.
Very well. We will continue speaking later. I'm sure we both have questions that need answering.
Look how two of them...
Don't be too long. My message concerns your master, and time is very important.
Two of them were like, oh my god, I can't even look at his abs.
It would not have been proper for her to award it to you herself, but Princess Sun Lian requests that you accept this gift. She looks forward to your next meeting.
Oh, we have to keep this undercover. Thanks for the drugs. Bloody Christ. Where in the Imperial City is revealed? Skipping this so it's not spoiling. Because I tell you the whole thing. Spirit, charm, intuition. Oh, no, we need this. I hate to lose this. I'm not entirely convinced it works. Or it works, that I need it. 39, 41, 40, 37. What? Okay, cutesy moment.
The Imperial City. I'd always heard how impressive it was. The stories didn't do it justice.
Justice!
This is all so much to absorb. I would appreciate your counsel if you have time to speak privately.
I don't want to get absorbed. I have time to speak now. Say it directly into my ass.
I don't mean to distract you. I just wanted someone familiar around me for a moment, if only to reassure me that we are still in the Empire I thought I knew. I have long dreamed of reaching the Imperial City, but now that I have, under these circumstances, I am more overwhelmed than ever.
Like we sense slightly sideways no matter who he's talking to. You need to get tough.
But that's what is bothering me. We can't be a long way from home because our home is gone.
I mean, the land is still
I can
there.
no longer say that what I see is strange or foreign because I have lost what I would have compared it to. I am the one out of place now.
It's one of the most romantic things you could say. Also, me putting my hand over my chest caused the model to jump.
I would like that. To know you will be there no matter what. I've never had that stability. At least not before joining the school.
You were 3!
As a child, I was marked by ill omens, apparently named for them. The people in Two Rivers
you're
were
right.
polite, but many did not hide the discomfort I caused them. I was watched, studied. If someone's ox died within a season of me bumping my head, it was somehow my fault. And
I'm
I was
really
treated like a
confused.
pariah. How do you deal with being able to sense the spirit world when people make such absurd conclusions?
I feel like I'm missing something. You were brought as a baby, I think. She was brought when she was 3. She says, I don't remember anything before I'm 3, as if that's special. And it's like, people would blame stuff on me when it happened. For what, the 2 days you weren't in the school? Like, I feel like I missed one bit of dialogue that's like, oh, I didn't show up until I was 10, or something. Anything. People fear. It's not your burden. I kind of wish the faces were a bit reversed on this. It's not your problem, it should be the angry one. But, okay.
I cannot change who I am, I know. Perhaps I just have to let all of that go. It will not be easy.
Let it go.
But I do feel that you have given me a strength I did not have before. I very much appreciate your support. We should continue this discussion later. I have much to think about, and our work here has only just begun.
You're still wearing a full-body suit.
City. I never dreamed I would reach it.
I haven't really thought about this till now, but we just came out of, like, marshland. Unless it's a colder month, she should be sweating like crazy.
Don't go too far.
Like,
I
just
get lost in this city. I know it.
Just randomly just shaking your hand and just, like, a mist. Because it can't come off of anywhere else. Oh, wait. Sorry, I forgot. I don't know how I forgot about her thighs. How did I forget about your thighs? Hey, you, I know you have something.
I can't believe my luck. I arrive home after being lost, only to find that my wife has gone off to visit relatives.
Yes! Victory!
I am very happy indeed. Instead of dying upon my return home, I am free. Until she returns, of course. We made it this far. How hard can it be from here? From what I've seen, you're more than capable of handling anything we're likely to encounter.
Alright, big guy, I know you have something.
What? Well, the city has everything you could ever want. Fighting, money, wine, and with something else that people like, but I can't quite remember what it is.
I'm pretty sure he's had...
Oh, well, I'm sure it'll come to me once I've had a few bowls of wine. Let's get something to wet our tongues.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Women! That's the one I forgot. I must be getting sober if I'm forgetting that one.
I trust your plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you? I think it's unwise to trust the Emperor's daughter.
Yes.
She acts without regard for her station, but she is a slave to it like we all are. What other truths might she have missed? She may have good information for you, but I suspect she has her own agenda. Be careful.
Oh, she's been there very obvious.
Good.
She also doesn't like you unless you're a hard ass.
Be on the lookout for the Scourge of the South. It is your duty as citizens of the Empire to report anyone who matches this description.
You're looking for a hottie
Keep
with a sick-ass
an eye out for
tattoo.
a bare-chested wild man with hair covering his back and arms. Reports suggest he is well over 7 feet tall and fully armed. This man is very dangerous.
How did they know?
Do not try to apprehend the Scourge of the South, but instead report what you've seen to the authorities immediately.
Well, all these years together, and I never suspected you were the Scourge of the South. I'm sorry. I know it's not funny. At least they didn't get your looks right.
I'm kind of wondering what happens if you brought the guy who looks like that. Who's like 6'5" and, you know, covered in body hair.
The Scourge of the South has destroyed whole villages in the south. Many innocents...
These bounties won't collect themselves. Greetings, citizen. Imperial Captain Sen at your service. Are you one of the mercenaries come to help me track down some criminal scum?
Maybe. I might be.
If you are who I'm waiting for, you have some explaining to do. Admittedly, you don't resemble the ones described to me, but they're several days late. No doubt they'll blame it on the foolish ghost stories.
Are you new?
Criminals with lucrative bounties on their heads.
Nice.
I need help tracking down a pair of criminals. Are you interested in a little well-paying work?
You gonna pay me to get heads for you?
These two scoundrels have eluded my best efforts, so I'm turning to bounty hunters. It's harder to run when your pursuers are not in a uniform.
My
I
pecs
see
are my
no problem
uniform.
hunting down criminals, so long as we don't draw too much attention to ourselves.
I'm searching for an arsonist and a notorious confidence man.
What?
Find and eliminate either one, and there's a standard bounty in it for you. A wise decision. The two criminals are Fading Moon and Creative Yukong. Fading Moon is an arsonist who was last spotted heading for the necropolis.
Oh, I remember this.
Creative Yukong has virtually disappeared, though we may be able to learn something from Lady Rento, the wife of the man Yukong bilked. She's in the Imperial Arena.
Yeah.
Fading Moon is an arsonist. Her first fires were in the poor quarters, but her last one spread to the Market District Gate. Last we heard, she had escaped to the necropolis.
That's not a good idea doing this.
The gates between here and the poorer districts will be closed for some time while repairs are underway. There's nothing particular about the scene of the crime, just ash. Yukong fleeced some silver from Lord Rento, a powerful man in the Ministry of Harmony. Yukong is a master of disguise, and he has hidden himself somewhere in the city.
Turtly enough for the Turtle
Lord
Club?
Rento is away on court business, but his wife informed me that she'd be in the heart of the Empire in the Imperial Arena if we needed her. You could start there.
Well, okay.
She knows the details of the theft better than I. Lord Rento was reluctant to discuss them. Yukong could be anywhere or anyone, and Lady Rento is the only lead we have.
My God. Okay.
Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
I'm suspicious. Was it me?
Out of sheer spite, the Scourge flooded ancient ruins.
Look at this place, so many people. This truly is the heart of the Empire.
Nice. Pardon me? Pardon me? Rolling along? Okay. To the Golden Way. That's 3 characters, though. Going to the Imperial City. Welcome, dear traveler, to the illustrious Imperial City, the heart of civilization in the world, and seat of power for the Jade Empire. In this fine city, the wonders of the modern age are plain for all to see. Walk down the expansive boulevards, shop at the many fine booths and stores, and see how the most advanced and civilized people in the world live. You will be awed and amazed by the sights of the city. Explore the Imperial City for the experience of a lifetime. I just remembered when this game takes place. It is not ancient China. You'll know why soon. Okay, Necropolis is to the right. I know this area well. Commoner? Yurd? Take a song.
I greet you, sir. I wonder if you might have some silver to spare.
Sure.
I come from a very wealthy family. As such, I have a certain lifestyle to maintain. Parties, female admirers, lots of wine. You understand.
So you're begging for money?
I have to have an income, don't I? My father looked at my considerable expenses and told me to get my own silver.
You ever considered a job?
But I am a noble.
Let's just head on down to the job tree and pick a job fruit
or
off.
the stink of trade must not be
That's how
allowed
it
to
goes.
touch me.
Look, son, I spent 20 years punching people in the face for nothing.
How could there be shame? You've got it and I want it. Should I steal it? Never. Simply ask like a civilized soul, I say.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I am afraid I cannot do that. That would be trade, and I simply will not sully my beautifully soft hands with such. I will tell you for free, however. I read all the greatest philosophers and consulted with wise men before reaching this decision. I assure you the philosophical underpinnings are quite sound. Wisdom is only gained by experience, wine, women, and song, as it were. But a life of revel with no reflection still does not lead to true wisdom. One must ponder, one must daydream. Even if I could bear the shame of sullying my hands with work, when would I think? How could I grow wise?
I agree with this, but he's still a douchebag.
Well, it loses some of the subtlety when you put it that way. But yes.
You know what? Screw it.
I thank you. It's not easy for one such as I. I have it far more difficult than the impoverished beggars of this city. Farewell.
Your walk is uneven. You would be a subject.
Oh, this guy.
Your parentage is below average, and your ancestry is of questionable worth. You dress yourself in the manner of a common laborer. Nobody's paying any attention.
Keep trying, just as I instructed.
Your physique seems exceptional. Clearly you are a peasant. A noble could afford sloth. Your breath is like the wind of an ox. Your last meal was of suspect quality.
True.
Your beliefs are superficial, and your culture is substandard.
Yeah, well, your face is substandard.
You are right to demand an explanation. Forgive my servant. I instructed him to find someone not distracted by mere insults, someone who would command respect. Your demand for justification of his arguments was admirable. You are exactly what we need.
Sorry. No good reason to be excited. I owe you a beating.
An outlander strolled into the city several days ago and now sits like a cormorant taking what he wants from the river of our hospitality. He balks at our attempts to calm him and answers requests for payment with strange coins of questionable value. He needs to go.
Where did he come from?
He claims he crossed the Glass Sea, which would mean he's from the mysterious East. I've heard reports of minor trade with that region, but only on a small scale.
He is from the East, technically.
Even if they buy the occasional bolt of silk, everyone knows there are only barbarians outside the Jade Empire, and his manner confirms it. He insults the Emperor. So far, he has escaped the notice of any higher officials.
I understand this better now than I did then.
Perhaps he was mistaken for an actor in a troupe, but that will not last. If he is reported, the Lotus Assassins will take notice. They'll want to know if he was harbored or his offense was encouraged. Guilt by association is enough for them.
Perhaps I can reason with him.
That's what's so infuriating. He doesn't respond to reason. He proposes challenges we don't understand, and then declares himself the winner.
You'll never guess where he's from.
Several of our brightest have faced him, but as soon as they get the better of him, he sets off his strange firework and says they are beaten. Normally, the peasants like it when we intellectuals are maligned, but they tire of his presence too. Getting rid of this nuisance will endear you to many.
I will teach him not to mock our culture. By the way, what's our culture?
I hope your ability matches your conviction. Several others have fallen short, despite their outrage at his antics.
I'm from the swamp?
He is in the Scholar's Garden, and no amount of opposition has moved him. Please, I hope you will prove to be a worthy opponent.
Sure, I'm just letting you know, I probably don't even speak the same language as you. I'm from, like, the south part of China. Okay, let's see. Master Paint's in town. Oh my god, another scroll stand. We'll come back to that. I am just not in the mood to read these out loud right now. I'm starting to lose steam. Yard.
The busy streets are almost overwhelming.
The enlightened stage. Alright, alright. The guy we're looking for... Yes, it's up here. I don't know if I have the stats for this. Hey, hey.
I didn't expect you in your strange training to make it to the Imperial City. You are proving to be a very interesting person. Of course, I could tell that just by looking at you. You have a very strong presence.
It's not like I'm flirting with you or anything. Oh my god. You know nothing of strength.
As the Heavenly Lily, I am above suspicion, but I am restrained by fawning servants. Silk Fox can go anywhere, and people are not shy about their reactions.
Nice tits!
There is a thrill, of course, and it allows me to find information useful to us both. Death's Hand brought your master Lee to the palace a few days ago. I saw the flyer.
Ninja? You're not shy with the reactions.
He must be powerful, but I still don't believe he is Sun Li, the glorious strategist.
You didn't recognize him as family?
I was too young to know him. I was told that he and Prince Qin, the third brother, fell defending the Empire 20 years ago. Now it seems they may have been traitors. I discovered this looking through records for information on Death's Hand. Perhaps he tried to influence Sun Li and Sun Qin before corrupting my father. But it doesn't matter who your master is. I could take you to the palace, but Death's Hand controls what my father hears. He must be discredited for you to succeed.
Yes, I will discredit him into the grave.
Death's Hand has almost total control over my father. We must find conclusive evidence of his crimes and reveal his corruption. And I know how.
My fist?
Construction on the wall has stopped for the first time in generations. The workers now toil in factories building powerful creatures of stone and clay called golems. Death's Hand could use these automatons to seize the Empire, and my father is oblivious. We must infiltrate the Lotus Assassins and find evidence of this treachery.
It's a very good question. I've been kicking their asses so long now.
We need proof of Death's Hand's intent from the seat of his power, the Lotus Assassin Fortress. It would be impossible to assault, so just walk in. They are recruiting.
I mean, have I left a single body? Single body. Have I left anyone alive?
Have any Lotus Assassins who saw your face lived to report back? I doubt it. They will not recognize you as the person who fought them in Tian's Landing.
That's the issue.
They have a vague description full of guesswork that has guards holding people at random. Besides, they expect an attack, not someone trying to catch their eye.
Hey, I'm back!
I would wager that you may profit from their tasks too.
Get out,
Can you
peasant.
see the beauty in using their own methods of recruitment to fight them? I think they deserve it.
Recruiting Hell, Part 1.
There are guilds within the Lotus Assassins. Executioners look for fearsome warriors. Inquisitors are more subversive, and they look for cunning in their agents. If you prove yourself in the arena, they will notice you. My people can spread rumors of your interest. The Executioner will take a real interest when you finish the silver round. Or if you prefer, the Inquisitor recruiter is also seeking new people. He might be open to persuasion. Death's Hand rules over the Lotus Assassins, so I take special interest in their activities. I've had most of my life to ask questions. You suspect my motives? You have no reason to doubt me. If I wanted the Lotus Assassins to find you, I could simply tell them your name.
Is it Jimmy? No, it is Fist Lord. I've always done the arena bit, and I'm still going to.
Yes, I will have my people spread
Because
rumors
it's
of your
fun.
interest. Once you pass the silver round, the Executioner will take an interest. I'm sure he will find you as impressive as I do.
What?
Or, if you prefer, court the Inquisitor. Ask Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about him. I hear Dongao is closer to the Assassins than he should be. I will wait at your flyer. Or I could travel with you. Before you get too lost, perhaps we should, discuss how closely we will be working together?
Wink wink, nudge nudge. So, can I get in your pants? Dawnstar, go wait in the car.
A wise preference. No offense intended to your amusing companions.
Look, I need someone who knows what everything is. Where everything is, what we're doing. Wait, what? I just walked in the... Hey, that's the one right there.
Well, look who we have here. There's no princess to save you this time.
Dude, she's right here.
Do you think we'd forget? You can't humiliate us and just walk away.
Don't look at me. I can't do anything right now. Not like this.
I'm not looking at you, guys.
We'll teach you to insult a guard of the Imperial City.
Legendary strike. I guess I'll just have to kill them. Assuming I can. Nope. Yes, the power of raising your man. She was busy. Alright. Actually looking at the time. It's over 2 hours here. I could take a little break. So we have 2 VODs here and everything. I'll come back and we'll start doing the little side quest. Try to avoid getting through the main story too fast. The city here is really cool. In any case, thanks for watching if there's anybody even out there. And I'll see you in about 30 minutes or so. Thanks for watching. Bye.